I literally tried to just start this video, but then the washing machine, I don't know what is wrong with our washing machine, but it literally sounds like it's about to take off. So I literally just sat on the floor of my bedroom for like 10 minutes waiting for the washing machine to shut up, basically. So now I think it finally has. I can start the video, and if you haven't seen the title, I'm going to do a book video. Here's all my books ready. I thought it looked really cute in the background. But yeah, let me get them off now. Is this going to automatically? Oh, pure strength. I'm going to quickly, I should have done this before I started the video, I'm going to quickly split them into what I've read and what I'm yet to read. So let me just do that now. These are the books I have read. These are the books I'm yet to read, and this is the book I'm currently reading. So I think we should start with the books I've already read, and I think this one's like a bit of a holiday-ish themed one because I've read some of these on holiday. It is kind of the summer holidays, so people have more time to read. I mean, if you are going on holiday. And yeah, I just thought it would be a good time to do a book video, and I'm really getting back into reading. So the first book I'm going to talk about is this one, because I know I've definitely mentioned this in a book video before, but it is a really good book, and I thought I'd add it in because now's your time to read it, because it has also just come out in cinemas. So if you wanted to watch the film, you can, but I think read the book first. The book is better, but Daisy Edgar Jones I just think is a great actress, so that the film is also very good. It's a bit of a slow one, and it's written very like descriptively, so again I think it's good for holiday because you have time to get into it. And then I read this one, The Alchemist. I know I may have put this in a video before, but I just can't remember if I did or not, and I wanted to mention it, so I thought, I know back then I hadn't have read it, but I was definitely tempted by this book because it was like, on the back it was like Madonna, Will Smith, like I'm sure it's like someone else, like they all swear by this book, so I was like, right, well I'm gonna read it. It's very short, it's very good for someone, you know, who you don't really want to read a long one but want to read just a quick little book. It's very like biblical and a bit, I want to say magical, mythical maybe is the word. It wasn't quite my kind of book, but I can see why people love it, and it's very motivational, very like, but to me it was a bit like airy-fairy. I don't know if that's the right term, but it's very short, very easy to read. I read it very quickly, but it just wasn't my favourite, and I don't know whether I put too much on it because I thought loads of people love it, so I'm gonna love it. But yeah, then the next book I actually read randomly. This is a lovely cover, although slightly coming away there, which is a bit annoying because I spent £16 on this book. Is 1984 by George Orwell. Classic book, one that loads of people have read, but I actually got recommended by my boyfriend to read this book because it's his favourite book for some reason, so he wanted me to read it, so I've read it. Now, the premise of this book is obviously, if you don't know about it, it's such a famous book, but it's like the premise of it is a bit like Big Brother. Someone's always watching you, and like the plot's good, but not much really happens in it. And there's this part where there's the whole manifesto, and I was just reading it like, God. So even though I thought it was good and I liked the ideas in it, it was a bit of a, it did take me a while to read. This put me behind on my Goodreads challenge. Has anyone got Goodreads? I'm gonna show you that now. This Goodreads app, and then it like, you can have challenges, you can have friends, see what they're reading, mark the books you want, because I feel like if you go into Bookshop or on Amazon, you kind of get overwhelmed by what books you actually want, especially when you're going on holiday, like, So now you can do like a little look of like, look what everyone else is watching, reading. I can look at my reading challenge. I think I'm actually technically behind. So I want to read 12 books this year, which doesn't seem a lot, like 1 a month, fine, but you get busy, don't you? So I'm actually 5 out of 12 books this year. Finished the Thursday Murder Club at the start of the year, that was good. The Alchemist, 1984, and then the next 2 I read were Sunny and then The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So now I'm going to talk about Sunny first. This is this one. Love the colours on this. This was definitely one where I judged a book by its cover because I just thought it looked really good and I liked the sound of it. It was like, basically, it's very, very, very similar style of story to Dolly Alderton's books, who wrote like Ghosts and Everything I Know About Love, which is just now a TV show. It's very the same style, but it's about an Indian girl navigating like dating apps, and I just thought it was really funny. It was really different, and you kind of like, well, for me, saw kind of a different side of dating, and yeah, I really like it. Very light-hearted, very good for holidays. Now, out of the ones I've read, so this is the last one I've read, this is probably my favourite one. Weirdly enough, this one and another one in my pile there, I'm sure me and my mum got for my sister for her birthday, but I've just stolen them. So this is your sign to buy people presents that you can then use. But this one is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I just thought it was so good because it was like a bit like an expose of, like, I don't know, someone that you've always wanted to know their life story, and it's a bit like that. Obviously it's fictional, but yeah, really good, really easy to read. I read this like literally when I went on holiday with Chloe and Amy, which hopefully, fingers crossed, is my next video. I couldn't put it down. I even was reading it at night when them two were asleep, so really good one. I liked this one. Very good for holiday, very light-hearted, very easy to read. So now on to what I'm reading right now is Beautiful World, Where Are You? Now, this is by Sally Rooney, and I've read Conversations with Friends and Normal People, and obviously Normal People was a TV programme. That's how kind of Sally Rooney got quite big, but Conversations with Friends is now a TV programme as well, so I'm going to watch that. But yeah, I'm reading this. What page am I on? I'm on chapter 7, page 60. I started this on holiday. The problem with Sally Rooney is I find her quite a dry author. Is that the right term? God, I'm not very good with the terms of literature, but like her writing style, not much goes on, but it does kind of entice you anyway. Now on to the ones I am yet to read. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen so many people on Instagram now reading this book. Honestly, everyone's holiday picks has got It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, and I actually don't even know the premise of it. So most of the time I don't really read blurbs. I'm such a judge a book by its cover, which is the completely wrong way around. I'm going to read this one, and I'm really excited to, because I've heard good stuff. I've heard like people couldn't put it down. So yeah, that's one book I'm yet to read, but I think maybe next. It went on a bit, when I bought this one, there was a little like Amazon deal of half price books, and these two came into it, and I'm sure I've seen them saved because I had them saved on my Goodreads, and usually the ones that I have saved on my Goodreads are ones I've seen people say they like on their stories. I love it when people put their book recommendations on their stories, because I straight away screenshot it and think they're the books I need, and then I put them into Goodreads and then I remember them. So that's what you need to remember. But the first one, I suppose, is Malibu Rising, and I've just actually realised it's the same author of The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So hopefully that will be good and I will like that. It's a Sunday Times bestseller. I think I've definitely seen this cover on like TikTok or something. So yeah, again, I might take this one on holiday, get a lot of reading done, hit my Goodreads targets, because I'm really slacking. I actually don't like buying books off Amazon because I like to keep bookshops running, so I like to buy them from like Waterstones is my favourite, or like independent bookshops, but there was a sale, and so sometimes it's worth it. But this one's like Every Summer After, Our Summer Changed Everything, a story about second chances and how the future we imagine is never quite what it turns out to be. I thought, it's got the word summer in it. Read it in summer. I don't know. It seems like my kind of book. And then last but not least, well, I don't know yet, is another George Orwell one. Again, recommended to me by the same person, because he just loves George Orwell for some reason. But it's Animal Farm. And it's such a famous book. Such a famous book, and I've never ever read it. And I want to read more like classic books, because I do read a lot of like girly stuff, but that's what I'm into. But I also do like classics, and I like to be in the know. So Animal Farm is one that I really need to read. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have any book recommendations, or you're like, you must read this, can't believe you've not read this classic, then let me know. And if you enjoyed my book video, I always I'm not really sure how much to go in depth in the books, because obviously I don't want to give them away, but then when I show like the new books I've got, I don't know anything about them yet because I've not read them, so I don't know. I hope you liked it. I know there's lots of people out there that are a bit of a book nerd like me, so hopefully you liked it. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I've got a little holiday vlog for you next week. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I love you all so much. Goodbye.